Hello and welcome to the Art and Science of Influencing for Busy Executives and Managers. This is part 9 of 9. I'm Helena Nyman, President and founder of Nyman Consulting International and the Executive Center of Excellence, as well as a best-selling author. In part 8, we learned how to create an influencing campaign, and before we move into part 9, the scientific influencing formula, I would like to give you a quick review on what we have done so far. In part 1, we talked about principles and facts of influencing. Part 2 was principle 1, about setting a specific measurable goal. Part 3 was the principle number 2, assess the situation. Part 4 was principle 3, find the hook. Part 5 was principle 4, structure the approach. Part 6 was principle 5, prepare for the worst. Part 7 was principle 6, rehearse. Part 8 was principle 7, create an influence campaign. And in part 9, we will learn about the scientific influencing formula that helps you successfully expand your sphere of influence. As we said at the very beginning, you can only influence people one by one. So you have to take a look around you at your environment and take a look at all your stakeholders. As you can see on this list here, there are 3 factors that you have to consider. What power does this person have for this specific issue? Impact of this idea on their life, and the relationship of this idea to their idea. Let's start with what power does this person have for this specific issue. Let's pretend your company intends to get a new accounting system. In this case, your chief financial officer has probably much more power over this specific issue than the vice president of marketing. Let's take a look at the next column, the impact of this idea on their life. You probably agree with me that having a new accounting system impacts the life of a chief financial officer much more than the life of a vice president of marketing. Let's take a look at the last piece of the scientific influencing formula, relationship of this idea to their idea. If you're talking now to the chief financial officer, I'm sure he's very excited to hear that we are looking at getting a new accounting system. However, if you're talking to the vice president of marketing, he probably thinks that this money could be used to expand their budget for marketing. How are we going to use the scientific influencing formula? Let's take a look at our stakeholders. Example, Ellen. What power does she have for this specific issue? She's in the leadership role, but she does not have the highest power to make a decision, so we give her a 1. How does this idea impact her life? What effect does it have on her life? It's not a big effect. We give her a 1 again. How about the relationship of this idea to her idea? She's not against it, but neither is she a big proponent, so we give her a 1. Now let's take a look at how we are going to work this scientific influencing formula. In order to figure out who's our strongest candidate who can help us to expand our sphere of influence, we need to take a look at all 3 columns. In Ellen's case, we have a 1 in column 1, a 1 in column 2, and a 1 in column 3. Now we multiply those 3 numbers with each other, which results in a 1. And on our list, it gives her rank 4. So she's about a medium candidate to be on your influencing team. Let's take a look at John. He has a little bit more power than Ellen, so we give him a 2. Now, how is the impact of this idea on his life? Not more than Ellen, so we give him a 1 as well. Now, how about the relationship of this idea to his idea? He's not really a proponent of this idea. He's even against this idea, so we give him a -2. So if we multiply all three columns with each other, we get a -4, which makes him the weakest candidate on your influencing team. Let's look at Nancy now. She's the Chief Financial Officer and has a power of 3. The impact on her life is a 2, and the relationship of this idea to her idea is a 2. So by multiplying all three columns, we get a 12. So she's by far the strongest candidate for your influencing team. By now you should have the skills to create your own one-by-one influencing strategy. You have so far already created your own influencing campaign, and now it's up to you to establish a list of all the stakeholders and apply the scientific formula to identify your strongest supporters. Enlist your strongest supporters and expand your sphere of influence. Always remember, your supporters now become your ambassadors, and they help you grow your sphere of influence exponentially. Congratulations! You now have completed the class, The Art and Science of Influencing for Busy Executives and Managers. And you're now on your way to becoming a great influencer. I always like to hear the success stories, so please don't hesitate to email me at nyman@consultant.com, or please visit our website at www.nymanconsulting.com. We also present the art and science of influencing in form of workshops, webinars, seminars, and personal coaching.